All right, good afternoon, everyone. I apologize, we're running a little bit behind schedule today, but we are here for the New Year's Eve briefing for 2025. My name is Andrew Walsh. I'm the undersheriff with the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. And again, I want to thank you all for being here today to discuss the plan for policing and keeping Las Vegas community safe on New Year's Eve 2025. This year, we are expecting over 300,000 people, like we have in years past, joining us to celebrate the new year between the Las Vegas Strip and downtown at the Fremont Street Experience. As you know, and I bring this up every year, that the planning for every New Year's Eve starts the day after. From the year before. Immediately after each year's event, the local first responder community gets together with state and federal partners to assure that we have prepared for every contingency and to grasp the lessons learned from the previous year. You will also know that, as in years past, the National Guard will be here with us again this year, and we will also have the support of all the surrounding local law enforcement agencies. We like to thank our partners also in the private sector, and we could not do this event without the private sector security folks at all the casino properties and at the critical infrastructure and key resources around the valley. We also want to thank Switch once again for hosting our command post. Switch's infrastructure plays a really important role for us in facilitating the communication that has to occur between all the public safety agencies that are involved in keeping our community safe. And as we do every year, we want to just reassure you that we do everything we can to keep you and your loved ones safe during the New Year's Eve celebration. We talk a lot about the tourist corridor, which obviously is where all the visitors are going to be, but we also have plans every year to make sure that we keep our neighborhoods safe as well. But for those of you that are going to head down to the Strip, here are some reminders about the road closures, and I'll read these off to you so we capture it all. The I-15 off-ramps at Flamingo and Tropicana will start to shut down in both directions, and the northbound Harmon ramp will shut down at about 5:30 p.m. Road closures on the Strip from Spring Mountain to Reno will begin at about 6:30 p.m., and at about 8 o'clock at night, Las Vegas Boulevard will be completely closed to vehicular traffic. Spring Mountain and Russell will remain open to traffic in both directions, and the freeway off-ramps at Spring Mountain will be unaffected. Real-time information about road closures will also be posted and be available on our social media accounts. So as this changes throughout the night, we will keep updating through social media. And as usual, the large law enforcement contingent that you will see throughout the Strip and downtown will be enforcing ordinances specific to New Year's Eve, which are no glass bottles allowed on the Strip or the Fremont Street Experience starting at 6 p.m. on December 31st and ending at 6 a.m. on January 1st. And as we do every year, you will not be allowed to bring large bags, luggage, diaper bags, computer bag, any large item, anything larger than 12 by 16 inches will not be allowed in those corridors. And of course, no strollers or any kind of cart will be allowed. As we do every year, we focus on educating before we do any type of enforcement. Anyone seen with these items will be stopped, they will be warned, and they will be given an opportunity to comply with the ordinances and remove the prohibited item from the tourist corridor. If not, then obviously arrests or citations will be available as an antidote or a remedy to that situation. So we ask anyone coming to the Strip or downtown to obey and abide by those ordinances. As we do in all these press conferences for large events, we remind everybody of the See Something, Say Something program. The phone number is on the screen to my left. It's 702-828-7777, or call 911. Or grab an officer, tell somebody something that just looks out of place. I always say treat it like it is until you prove it isn't, and there's nothing that's too big or too small to bring to an officer's attention. If it looks out of place, make sure you make somebody else aware. And with everyone's cooperation and with all the help from our first responder community, with all the support that you see from the people standing behind me, we'll make sure that this New Year's Eve celebration is safe and enjoyable. Remember, if you're going to drink, please do not drink and drive. There are plenty of programs, rideshare programs, and ways to get around our community without getting behind the wheel after consuming alcohol. And it's my pleasure now to introduce Clark County Commissioner Jim Gibson.
Thank you very much. Clark County is proud to partner with the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department and other agencies to ensure a fun and safe New Year's Eve celebration. We know, and we make it really clear in the work that we do to bring people to Las Vegas, that we consider ourselves to be the best place in the world to ring in the new year. All of the fireworks start many, many stories above the ground. That doesn't happen anywhere. And we'll be able to see that our top priority, which is a safe event will be, in fact, the way that this ends up. A highlight of our celebration is the America's Party's fireworks extravaganza, as I mentioned. 25 years we've been doing this. And at the stroke of midnight, the 8-minute show will launch from those rooftops. And this year, we've added the Palms Casino Resort rooftop as the 10th location. We're grateful to Metro and its leadership, all the agencies that work together to ensure a safe celebration, including Clark County's Fire Department, Las Vegas Fire and Rescue, our Public Works Department at the county, the resorts, and the Nevada Department of Transportation, NHP, and others. Clark County specific highlights include the following. Our multi-agency coordinating center, which is operated by our emergency management division within the fire department, will be active monitoring events and supporting Metro and other agencies in order to respond to any needs that may exist. Our fire department, working with the ambulance companies, will have teams working on the Strip to provide specialized medical and fire response resources available. Fire inspectors will be stationed at each fireworks launch site on New Year's Eve. The show's command center, based at the Rio Hotel, will be staffed with our personnel, representatives from Grucci and the other agencies to ensure that the show is safe. Our Public Works Department coordinates closely with Metro on road closures and cleanup efforts. Our crews will move 3,000 crowd control metal barricades into place early in the morning on New Year's Eve to prepare for street closures. After the party's over, a convoy of street sweepers will make its way down the Strip. And those of us who are residents here have seen the work that is done to pick up 10 to 12 tons of trash along the way before the intersections are reopened. Then all those barricades get loaded up and trucked away on New Year's Day. It's a dedicated effort that is choreographed, and it all works and will work again this year, we're sure. We appreciate all the hard work of those who have committed themselves to making this a really safe event, and we're convinced it will be. And now I'd like to introduce Clark County Fire Chief Billy Samuels.
Thank you, Commissioner. A couple things I want to also piggyback on what the sheriff said. The driving, DUI it's a tough time, and we shouldn't have to. It's preventable. Please use those rideshare options. Please be responsible. That is a preventable accident. We've had too many on the roads this year. I know Metro is pretty much tired of it, and so is the fire department and our responders having to see that. So preventable. Please use those options. Also with the hotels that are doing the fireworks. The commissioner talked about the Palms. I'm going to give you a list of the rest of the ones that are going off. MGM, Aria, Caesars, Treasure Island, Venetian, Resorts World, and Fontainebleau. Those are in the county. And then the Strat is also going in the city of Las Vegas. Weather, when we talk about weather and what it's going to look like, we are looking at a little bit of chances of rain. Winds are going to be sustained about 3 miles per hour. Rain is supposed to be moderate, 31 to 50%. Obviously with that, if you are driving, please be responsible, slow down a little bit. Again, take those cautions into effect. About 30 minutes prior to midnight, you're going to see test shots from the resorts that have the fireworks, and that'll give us an idea on where the fallout's going to be. It'll also give us an idea on the wind. Anything greater than 10 miles per hour sustained, we stop the show. That doesn't mean that it's not going to go on. It just means it might not go on at the stroke of midnight. But with that, again, the weather's going to be cold. Please dress warm. Bring your raincoats. We don't really know what that is in Vegas, but it might actually happen this year. Again, please be safe. The DUIs are preventable. Please enjoy the show. We love having you guys here. But again, we also want to make sure it's safe for all of our community and our visitors that show up. With that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Chief Anune from Las Vegas Fire and Rescue.
Thank you, Chief Samuels, for that introduction. My name is Queen Anune, and I'm the Deputy Chief of Operations representing Las Vegas Fire and Rescue. And thank you all for being here with us today. I first want to say we are so excited to host America's biggest New Year's Eve party here in Las Vegas. And we all know that there's no better place to celebrate New Year's Eve other than Las Vegas. Las Vegas Fire and Rescue has been working with our partners for an entire year to prepare for this celebration, to ensure that our community celebrations are of the highest quality and are safe for our community. Over 400,000 individuals are predicted to be celebrating the New Year's Eve with us. and our organization will be busy, but Las Vegas Fire and Rescue is prepared. For context, I want to share last year on New Year's Eve, our combined communications center received an average of 900 calls within a 10-hour window, which is approximately 2 calls every minute. Las Vegas Fire and Rescue will ensure the bomb squad and of Southern Nevada and our hazmat teams are ready to serve if needed. We remind our guests and residents that public safety must remain and is our top priority. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention a few things to you. First, we remind individuals to designate a qualified driver, as I echo what the undersheriff said, as well as Chief Samuels. Call a friend or use the ride-sharing services. Our goal is always 0 fatalities in Nevada. Please be mindful of decorations, candles, open flames, and please extinguish them before you leave your home or go to bed. Every year, our personnel are deployed for injuries from house fires due to accidents with fireworks. For New Year's Eve, please leave the fireworks to the professionals. America's Party is an impressive fireworks show, and you can enjoy the show by attending one of our many events or watching from your TV at home. Please be mindful of your pets as well. The evening noise and celebrations can stress our pets. Please ensure they are in a secure area to prevent them from getting out and decrease the need and stress of reunification. And lastly, thank you to our men and women in law enforcement and first responders. Many of you are sacrificing time with your loved ones for the safety of our community. We want to publicly acknowledge your sacrifices and commitment to Las Vegas. Thank you all, and have a great and safe holiday.
All right, with that, we have time for a few questions, if anybody has any questions. Yes, sir.
With the weather, will umbrellas be allowed on the strip at all, or?
That's a great question. I don't think we have an ordinance against umbrellas, no, but that's a good idea. If we say no, then maybe people will say, I don't want to go out and get wet and stay home and make my job that much easier. But no, I don't think there's an ordinance against umbrellas. You can bring an umbrella. But yeah, if it's going to rain and you need an umbrella, it's probably a good idea to stay home. That's my message.
I have a question. So with so many visitors coming to Las Vegas, what people need to know about where marijuana is used or is not allowed during the celebration?
I couldn't understand. What?
I said, what people need to know about where marijuana is used or is not allowed during the celebration with that many visitors?
Yeah, you can't, marijuana use is,
Yeah, during
yeah, it's not allowed to be used in public. That's the main thing people need to be aware of.
What are some lessons learned from past celebrations?
Well, I think, when we look at crowd control and we look at the planning that goes into it, we had the experience of what happened in the morning after New Year's Eve last year, so we learned some lessons from that, having to reassemble a bunch of resources early on, so that's obviously something that we've changed for this year's plan. That's the first thing that comes to mind is, just our staffing and where we have people and then what that schedule looks like for the days after New Year's Eve. So after the big celebration, everybody goes home. We still can't relax for 1 second. We have a weekend ahead of us after that, which we're expecting large crowds. So that's a lesson learned from last year right off the bat. All right. Thank you all for coming.